How's it going, guys? Welcome on back to the channel. Out here on Petty's Bayou, got the dangle squatch out. We're going to be doing a little bit of bass fishing along the bank lines, looking for some bedding fish. So I got a couple Texas rigs tied on, a jig tied on, and a lipless crankbait. So I'm going to start by targeting these rock areas. I'm looking for structure. Docks are in, so there should be some fish hanging around some docks or along the posts. So alright, we're gonna get right into the fishing. So just gonna be moving up. I'm gonna start right on this little bank here. There's a lot of wood and there's a lot of rock structure around, and I think I might actually start with a jig because it tends to not be as thick of weeds over in this section. So I got the half-ounce jig tied on, one of those river to sea craws. I actually took a spikic marker and colored the pinchers in orange. It actually worked out quite well. I think I just got into some weeds. And maybe it is weedier than I thought it was. The camera. I'll try to straighten myself up. It's pretty weedy. I don't know how well this jig's gonna do. I grabbed this jig because I was like more of a pointy head on it, so it should be able to get through the weeds a little bit better. But again, it's a half ounce, so it's a heavier jig. Bedded up in there, or starting to bed up in there. I'm a little curious to know how this hook set's going to go with being in a kayak and being seated. So I usually put the hammer down on the hook set with the Texas rig. Let's make casting a little trickier too. So I want to try to target these dock posts. So there should be some bass will use docks and posts like that for bedding spots, just something that they can relate to and bed around. And then they'll sit in here in the summertime under these docks and under these boats that are sitting in here. Oh man, I just had a bite right there. See if I can get back in there. There might be a bed sitting there, actually. I should move back before I get too close to it. Actually, I target the other side of this dock too. Not like that cast at all. There we go. That's a better one. So I'm going to try to drag it right along that edge of this. Trying not to land on the dock. I don't want to upset any people out here who live on these bayous. Alright. Let's continue moving on. I'll come back to this maybe later on my way back. Another dock sitting right there. I'm actually going to just back out right up along this wall. Struck at me. Breeze picking up and it's pushed me right into the bank. What I'm going to do, I'm going to back up and drop my anchor down. Drop this sucker down. Let's see. We're already on bottom there, so cool. Perfect. So hopefully that'll keep me in one spot. lost it. What the heck? That thing had it and everything. Toss it back over there. It's dragging into this little bit deeper waters. It's probably about 3 or 4 feet. There we go, fish on. Ooh, it splashed like crazy. Not a bad one. Just soaked my kayak and myself. That is what you call a nice female fish. If I can get the hook out of there. Oh man. Slack. Sure do like these spear point hooks. Good gracious. There we go. That is a nice, like 2-pound fish. She's just sitting right on this 4 foot of water. Destroyed, completely destroyed that crack crawl. Look at that. Both pinchers gone. It's completely destroyed. Ah, that feels good. This wind, can't get the tension on the line. I'm gonna give that stoker crawl another shot. And you guys see those flags? It's just crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy wind. Tension on the line. It's silly. ended up having to call this trip earlier than I was planning on it. This is absurd. I thought I'd be getting a lot more bites out here today. What's going on? I'm gonna call it a day. Hopefully I can get out tomorrow or Sunday. Hopefully get the boat in. Hopefully it's not so windy. Yeah, I mean, we got one fish today, so that's something. Just give it a shot again as soon as I can. Bell for more of this kind of content. I have a couple of unboxings coming up here. I got one from I got my 6th Sense Super 6X coming. That should be here today. And I have a order from Jig Masters. So that one's going to be a new one. It's just an order that I put in. They had a discount code. I'll explain it all in the video. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe if you guys want to. And I will see you guys on the next fishing trip.